Are you filing bankruptcy and you want to get rid of some tax debt? Not so fast, but maybe. Bankruptcy is not a cure-all for tax debt. There are many benefits to filing bankruptcy, and some tax debt is dischargeable. So, you gotta walk through the process. Here's what you need to know about what is not dischargeable and what is with tax debts. Now, in order for you to be able to discharge a tax debt, here's a list of the things that have to be true. The debt is from a year you actually filed your taxes, not paid your taxes, filed your taxes. So even if you can't pay it, file them, okay? You didn't file a fraudulent return, you just filled out your taxes, you didn't try to evade taxes, you're just like, hey, here's my tax return, it's all true and real, I just can't pay them, thanks. The IRS debt is more than 3 years old. The IRS has to have assessed the tax debt at least 240 days ago, and the debt has to be for income taxes. It can't be for Social Security, Medicare, or certain property taxes. So that doesn't mean if you meet all those requirements, it will absolutely be discharged, but you're on the right path. Also note, bankruptcy can be super helpful because you owe the taxes, but bankruptcy can help wind down the interest and penalties that get stacked on top of your taxes. So just keep that in mind, because a lot of times when we see people, the amount they owe is twice their actual taxes, half of it is penalties and interest. And bankruptcy can help take care of that. Also just to note, bankruptcy erases the debt, not the lien. So if the IRS has put a lien on your house and you get the debt wiped out, the lien is still there. So that's a different process, but we need to know about that lien so we can help with that lien because it's a different avenue. It doesn't automatically go away. So you're walking along and it's 3 years from now and you go to sell your house. That lien's still sitting there. You don't own the taxes, but that lien's still sitting there. Lien's for 10 grand, you sell your house. When you go to closing, the title company's gonna cut a check to the IRS for 10 grand because they have a lien against your house in that amount. So you always wanna make sure that you notify the bankruptcy attorney and you get those things removed. What about property taxes? They typically can't get discharged in bankruptcy. You're gonna owe the government that for your property, gotta pay it. Got it? If the only debt that you're dealing with is tax debt, bankruptcy may not be the best solution. It may. I would advise you go talk to an attorney, step through the debt. We can see how much is penalties, how much is interest, how much is actual taxes, and kind of get the best idea of exactly how to step through it. Now the IRS does have some options. You can do an offer in compromise with the IRS. You can put yourself in non-collectible status. Tax debts are only typically good for 10 years. You can go on an installment plan, any of these things. But while dealing with your tax debt, trying to figure out what to do, I would advise that you look at all the options. That's working stuff out with the IRS, bankruptcy, whatever the case may be. Make the best decision that's for you and your family, and then go from there. As always, if you have any questions about bankruptcy in Arkansas, tax debt, leave a comment below. We'll try to get those answered. And always subscribe to get more content.